The search for a new police chief in Aurora is restarting all over again. It was narrowed down to 3, then one dropped out, and then another, leading them to just start the process all over again.
9 News reporter John Glasgow joins us from live outside the Aurora Police Department this morning. John, the decision comes after some people in Aurora weren't happy with those finalists.
That's exactly right. The search was narrowed down to 3 white men, even after an outside recruitment firm was brought in to help find more diverse candidates. One of the finalists dropped out very early on in the process, but then what happened is they introduced the 2 finalists to the community members last week, and many people here in Aurora spoke out about the lack of diversity within the department. So the 2 finalists who visited Aurora were Scott Ebner, a retired lieutenant colonel and deputy superintendent of administration for the New Jersey State Police. David Franklin of the Albuquerque Police Department, he's the chief of staff there. He was also introduced as well. Franklin withdrew his application after Aurora's 3-day selection process. The city manager could have gone with Ebner and put him before city council for a vote. Instead, they are scrapping the process altogether. The city says the focus of the search was to bring in more equity to help lead the police department after it's faced allegations of racism and brutality, as well as mistrust. Now, the first time around, they had 21 candidates that put their name into the hat. A third of them were women and people of color, and 2 of them were on the semi-finalist list, that is. Now, we did ask the city whether or not they will now be reconsidered for the position. However, the city hasn't said whether or not that is going to be an option. They're going to now look at the process here and figure out some steps going forward. So right now, it's a bit unclear as to who will be the next chief of police rather, here in Aurora.
All right, so John, in the interim, what are they going to do?
Well, I mean, ultimately this comes down to the city manager who's going to make the decision on who to hire as the police chief, but they also have to get the majority of city council to be on board with that decision as well. But in the interim, the former police chief here in Aurora, Dan Oakes, is going to be in charge of the department, so there's still a lot more steps here to happen before they can find a permanent police chief in Aurora.
Guess they'll be staying on a little bit longer. All right, John, thank you.